Welcome to this online class. Please take notes. We have been looking at writing explicit equations for linear functions and the six-step process in doing that. The first step being writing f of x equals. Second, identifying the first y value. 3, identifying the common difference between each y value. And fourth, finding the number of times the common difference has been added when x is a certain number. So today we are going to focus on this fourth step. So, fourth step, we want to be able to identify the number of times the common difference has been added depending on the value of x. So we have 3 examples here. The first example, when x is 1, y is 2. When x is 2, y is 5. When x is 3, y is 8, etc. So it continues on in that fashion, and we can continue on for infinity. We're not continuing here only because of our space limitations, but it can continue on and on. So our first step was to write f of x equals. Then we identify the first y value, which is 2, and then we identify the common difference. And we can see here that if we add 2 to 3, or if we add 3 to 2, we get 5. If we add 3 to 5, we get 8. If we add 3 to 8, we get 11. So our common difference is plus 3, and that's what we have there. Now we need to determine our fourth step for this formula is how many times do we add this common difference? Well, that all depends on which value we're at. If x is 3 and y is 8, we've added 3 a certain number of times. If x is 4 and y is 11, we've added 3 a different number of times. So filling out this table will help us to see the pattern involved. So we're going to start here. When x is 1, we have not added 3 any times yet. We started out with a plus 2. We have not added 3. So the number of times we've added the common difference when x is 1 is 0 times. When x is 2, at this point, when x is 2, we've added 3 one time. When x is 3, we've added 3 two times. And when x is 4, we've added 3 2 3 times. We could continue on to x is 5 and see that that means we would have added 3 4 times. But this is enough information to provide a generalization. We can say that in general, the number of times the common difference has been added is 1 less than the value of x. 0 is 1 less than 1. 1 is 1 less than 2. 2 is 1 less than 3. 3 is 1 less than 4. So in general, the number of times the common difference has been added is x minus 1. So up here for step 4, we would write x minus 1. Now let's try this with the second example. So for our second example, we have 0, 5, 1, negative 1, 2, negative 7, 3, and negative 13. So our first start value for y is 5, and our common difference is minus 6. Minus 6, minus 6. Now for step 4, we need to know when x is 0, when x is 1, when x is 2, when x is 3, how many times have we subtracted 6? So when x is 0, we have not subtracted 6 any times yet. When x is 0, y is 5. That is our starting value. So we have not subtracted 0 any times. When x is 1, you can see we subtracted 6 once. We started out with 5, we subtracted 6 to give us negative 1. When x is 1, y is negative 1, we've subtracted 6 one time. So when x is 1, we've subtracted 6 one time. When x is 2, we've subtracted 6 two times. And so on. Now we can generalize. In general, the number of times the common difference has been added is the same as x. X times. X times. So up here we write x. Let's take example 3. Now I would like you, on your own, to take a minute to pause this video and try filling out this table for example number 3. Okay, so you should have hopefully paused the video and filled out the table, and when you did that, you found that when x was 10, you had the number of times the common difference had been added is 0 times. You identified that the starting y value was -1, and the common difference was -2, or +2. Okay? When x is 11, +2 had been added 1 time. When x is 12, 2 had added 1 2 times, had been added 2 times. 13, 3 times. So now we can generalize. In general, the number of times the common difference has been added is x minus 10 times. Since 11 minus 1 is 10, 12 minus 2 is 10, 13 minus 3 is 10. So x minus 10 gives us the number of times the common difference has been added. So then here our common difference is x minus 10. So that's steps 1 through 4. Steps 5 and 6, which will be in the next video, is about combining these steps into one formula and simplifying. So if you watch this video, write down at the bottom of your notes, go Cougars.